Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as Total Organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 312 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. Today I'd like to share with you the discussion that was going on our communication channel on BaseCamp between Total Organist students. Annabelle wrote the answer to the question, what is she currently working on and what is she struggling with. So she is playing Wedding March by Wagner, and she writes, I'm playing for a wedding in October and have some issues with performance anxiety, so I thought it would help to learn it by heart. And David also wrote in response to Annabelle's statement that David also has anxiety issues. 2 bananas 30 minutes before performance have been helping me keep my hands and ankles from shaking so badly and slows down my racing heart. Recently, my doctor suggested trying a medication called Propranolol. So this Sunday will be the first run with it. I don't always need that kind of help, but when my performance anxiety gets out of control, I need just a little help. Annabelle replied, I'll try bananas. That's very interesting. Is it the potassium? I'm fine accompanying hymns. I just don't like being a soloist. And David continues, potassium for the heart rate, but allegedly they have a natural beta blocker in them to help with shaking hands and ankles. It's folklore, but there seem to be a lot of even professional musicians who swear by it. I opted for Propranolol because I can't have too much potassium. Annabelle continues, fascinating. Thanks, David. I've started reading quite an old book called Tensions in the Performance of Music, edited by Carola Grindea. It was recommended to me by a professional harpist. And then I joined in the discussion as well. I wrote, I once ate bananas and drank mineral water entire concert day. When my turn came up to play, I felt as light as an angel. Do you remember, Aušra, that time when I experimented with bananas?
Yes, I think bananas are good.
Have you had experiences with bananas before concerts?
Yes, but not like eating them all day long. But if I have performance that day, I try to eat 2 bananas.
Do you have performance anxiety, which goes out of control, for example?
Well, not now.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I have performance anxiety.
How did you...
I think Anybody who tells that we have no performance anxiety at all, we are lying.
Or try to convince themselves.
Yes. I think it would be wrong if you wouldn't get any performance anxiety.
Robots don't have performance anxiety.
That's right.
What did you feel when you ate bananas before concert? Was it a small reaction to them or a very significant help?
It's hard to measure that help of bananas, but at least I felt better myself for doing something good for myself, for my anxiety. So I think anyway it will not hurt to eat banana.
For people who who are not allergic to potassium, let's say, or bananas in general.
And of course now you have to be especially careful when eating bananas, because I'm sure you guys read in the news that there is sort of pneumonia spreading throughout the world.
Tell us more.
Putting needles into your fruits. I think it all began in Australia, where in some supermarket people bought strawberries and tried to eat them home, and we were filled with needles. And now we had already a few cases in Lithuania where people found needles in bananas.
Wow.
So be careful, before eating them. Maybe just slice them down in small pieces.
When you slice them, then the needles would appear.
Sure.
Wow, crazy people.
I know.
Instead of hurting others and making fun of them, obviously they should do some other creative work.
True. I think you really need to be, mentally ill in order to do such a thing.
Right. The world is a dark place sometimes. But yes, if you have a nice pack of bananas, you peel them and you check for needles, and you have performance anxiety, you could drink mineral water, and that day, concert day or public performance day, you will start feeling really light just because of that healthy food, of course, and lots of water. And that helps to clear your mind as well. Don't you think, Osha?
Well, yes, but think about it. If you have performance late at night and all that long day, you will just have bananas.
No, that was me with my crazy experiments on myself, being like a guinea pig, a human guinea pig. But take moderation, of course, with those things. Eat 1 or 2 bananas and see what happens.
Yes, and the other thing, if you have really, really, really bad performance anxiety, if you really cannot, play because of that, play well, I think you might need consult your physician. Maybe we will have some medications for you.
Well, definitely. Don't choose the medications for yourself, right? Because
I don't think you could get medications without a prescription for that purpose.
Right. But even if you have some at home, you better consult the real physician, because for your purpose, for your situation, maybe you bought it for another condition, right? And if you want to reduce anxiety for organ playing, maybe you need to tell the doctor.
Because usually what performance needs, we need to know that our hands wouldn't shake, hands and feet wouldn't shake, yes. But some of those medications, we just simply suppress your brain as well, or your brain function, and you might not be able to play at all.
Right. I guess breathing helps. I found out sometimes 10-15 minutes before the concert, if you are alone backstage or next to the organ bench and nobody can see you, you go into the corner if there are people around. Try to be alone for a while and sit there and take deep breaths while closing your eyes, with your eyes closed. And I think that helps to calm down a little bit, stay in the moment, right?
But if you take breaths that are too deep, you might be in trouble as well.
Yes.
There's too much oxygen.
You can faint.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine during your performance, you start breathing deeply and slowly, and suddenly you just faint?
But if it's during your performance that you're sort of panicking, then actually breathing, reminding yourself to breathe helps.
True.
To get out of this situation and control your music. Osha, before we end, what do you think? Why do you think people are afraid to perform in public? It's like public speaking also. People are very frightened.
You told me statistics that some people are not so much afraid of dying?
Yes, people's number one fear is public speaking, and dying is on number two.
Well, work as a teacher for a while, and then after, I don't know, a year or two, you won't get that.
So with practice,
Yes.
the more you appear in public, the less risky it appears. Because personally, I believe people are afraid because of high stakes. What would happen if you make mistakes, right? What happens in your head? You think people will start to make fun of you, maybe your career will be over. If your career will be over, then you won't get any more invitations to play organ concerts. If you won't get any more concerts, then you won't have any money. If you won't have any money, you won't have anything to eat. No money, no food, no shelter, then you will die. You see, because just of making a mistake or two, playing sharp instead of flat, there is a sudden thought process going this subconsciously, basically, into dying, basically the fear of death, basically what it is. But it's all in your brain. You can control it, I think, mentally, while staying in the moment, or trying to stay in the moment as much as possible. Osha, what do you think?
Yes, I agree. But it's not as easy.
It's constant struggle, right? With each practice, you get a little bit better, I think. But you have to remind yourself to remember to stay in the moment. And keep your eyes fixed on the music if you're playing from the sheet music.
That's
on
right.
the current measure.
That's right.
Okay, guys, we hope this was useful to you. Please send us more of your questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses and all your help."
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Osha, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Osha and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Osha from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.